New York number one. New York number one. Keep going. New York number one. New York number one. Keep going. New York number one.
A little louder. I keep it going. A little louder. I keep it going. I keep it going. A little louder. I keep it going. Keep it going. No, let me stop playing. Let me stop playing. New York. I keep it going. No, let me stop playing. Let me stop playing. Even though that shit fire though. Ty, what up though? What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA, Picking with Pop, right here on Popovich TV. Let's go.
Yeah. Great fire.
When I want a chicken, then the money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one Popovism. Coupon gray, got the fire batch lit up. Hit the bang line in the air, throwing signals. When I want a chicken, then the money long clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one Popovism. Coupon gray, got the fire batch lit up. Hit the bang lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. Trying to get rich. Who else in the building trying to break the house? What it do, people? Welcome back to another edition of NBA Picking with Pop. I am your host, Popovich. Yeah, kid, that feeling back up in here. One more again. Happy Monday, guys. We made it to Monday. Monday motivation, motivational Monday. I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not. And here goes some motivation for your ass. Watch out for the people that always come with the peace and the blessings and woo-saw this and woo-saw that, and they the best thing since sliced bread, because a lot of times those people don't be about that. They really want to cause fitna, which is confusion and distractions, and they want to bring harm to you because that's just how they wire. So be mindful of those people that's always pushing that type of narrative, but in the back office, behind closed doors, they doing a lot of fuck shit, right? It's also Memorial Day. I don't celebrate, y'all know that. So it is what it is as far as that. But playoffs? Don't talk to me about playoffs. I just hope that we can win a game and then another game, right? Let me fix that. Real quick show today because I gotta go to work. Yeah, I gotta work on on Memorial Day, even though I don't celebrate. With that being said, let's get a quick recap. Quick recap of yesterday's games. We was on a 6-game win streak. Then we ended up taking the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 3 against my New York Knicks, and then we lost. Yesterday was Game 4 of the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? And we took the Spurs minus that 2.5. And we was on point. We got back on track. So in the last 8 games, we 7-1, right? I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked and amazed when you put the beat on. I knew Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs would come out and have a strong showing in Game 4, and this is why. Spurs won the first game at OKC. OKC won, they tied the series up at home. Then OKC won the first game on the road, which we had OKC in both games, Game 2 and 3. It was only right that the Spurs come back with a strong showing. Otherwise, you're going to lose 3 in a row. And the good teams just don't lose 3 in a row no matter who they playing, right? So now that the series is all tied 2-2, and they're going back home for Game 5. when you look at the body language and you look at SA and them, they didn't really look like they was too worried. You know, they got home field advantage back. Yes, would they have liked to go up a commanding 3-1? Of course. But Spurs is a good team, and the Spurs do got their number, and they kind of dealing with injuries, right? So, you know, the series is tied, and we back on track with another lock. So like I said, we 7-1 in the last 8 games, so we doing good. And with that being said, let's get to my record. 539 mark. We are now 43 and 4. We are now 43 and 33 as far as overall on all the games. Every single game in the playoffs we picked, and we 43 and we 33. 10 games above 500, not bad. And as far as the locks, not from Yonkers, we are 33 and 25. So we 8 games above 500, which is also not bad. We just trying to keep the the flow going and momentum rolling. With that being said, let's jump into today's NBA action. Got my New York Knicks out on the road at Cleveland Rocks. Cleveland Rocks. My New York Knicks is out on the road. And what is the spread tonight? The spread is Knicks -2.5. Game 3, we went against my Knicks. We came up here. We had the Knick hat on. Then I pump faked and all that. Threw the Cleveland hat on. And we was on Cleveland in Game 3, just thinking that the Knicks would not beat Cleveland 3 games in a row, which is tough to do, right? We didn't take into account that Detroit Pistons and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first 2 rounds have played 14 games. So they are the New York Knicks of last year under Tom Thibodeau, and all the New York Knicks, having logged so many minutes under their belt. Now that's the Cleveland Cavaliers. They played a lot of minutes. They played a lot of games. Knicks, on the other hand, with rest, only played 10 games. Plus, they had the rest before this season before this series started. So the Knicks got 13 games under their belt, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, they got 17. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of games. They have been good at home. Will all that matter into tonight's game? I know I got the Knick gear and all that, but I'm gonna rep the team, and I had the Knick gear on before I took Cleveland last time. Will Cleveland come out and show pride and not get swept? And you hear Kenny Atkins come out and saying, he was asked the question, so let's not just bomb him. But he was asked the question, I forget what the question was, but basically his answer was, if you're going by, the analytics, basically we won 2 out of these 3. And it's head scratching. It's like, huh? Like, so many stacks. Like, what are we talking about? And, it just looks foolish. It looked like you're not reading the room. And I don't know if the players is going to buy into it, but what I do know is that Knicks haven't been to the finals since 1999, right? Against the San Antonio Spurs and that short 62-game, or was it 53-game season. Marcus Camby, Sprewell, Allen Houston and them boys, Charlie Wall, Chris Childs. You see how I run that off easy, right? That's the last time we was in the finals. And Tim Duncan and them, second year in the lead, I believe, or might have been his first year. David Robinson, we ain't have a chance, even though we did have a chance. And then the last time prior to that was 1994. My first year getting locked up, unfortunately, so I remember it vividly. And I started, a little race war and shit during the finals right there on Rikers Island in the Springs. They got sent to the building. But that's when Hakeem the Dream took down the Knicks. So basically my handicap is I'm going with the Knicks -2.5, and I'm thinking that not only are they the better team, they're the rested team, but you don't want to risk injury. You don't want to fuck around and find out. Not that the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to come back, because no team has come back from 3-0, and I doubt that we see it now. Knicks are winning 5, Knicks are winning 6 if it end up doing something like that. But I don't think so. I think that they want to punch their ticket to the NBA Finals, and what better way to do it is to come out and let it hang. I mean, let it all hang out. Like, let it all hang out. Let it all hang out. You know what I mean? Let your balls hang like you on a toilet taking the shit. Let them hang. Put it all on the line when it's all on the line, and that's a great Fire reference, right? Win the game tonight so that you don't have to worry about a game 5 at home. You don't got to travel. You can rest and do all that, and then you can sit back and watch OKC and the San Antonio Spurs go 7 games, because that's what I think is going to be. And you can rest and possibly get an edge up in the finals. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go with the New York Knicks, but even with me going with the New York Knicks, we're going to do a little something different. We're going to let this rock instead of the regular song. 11. A lady, it's the NBA show. I'm about to give out the lock.
New York number one. New York number one. Keep going. New York number one.
A little louder. Rest in peace, Miss Ball.
New York number one. New York number one.
I keep it going.
New York number one.
A little louder.
New York number one.
I keep it going. All right, guys. Here go the lock. Not from Yonkers, but the lock that gets you and me the winner chicken dinners. Obviously, I'm going with New York, not because I got the New York gear on, but we've been riding with New York. We from New York. We a New York fan, even though they let us down. I went against the Knicks in Game 3, thinking that beating the Cavaliers 3 games in a row would have been hard, but they did it, and I don't see no reason to take the Cavaliers tonight. Could they come out with some pride and not get swept? Yes. Do I think that's going to happen? No. So I'm taking the New York Knicks. You can let me know who you taking. Let me screenshot that, and let me screenshot that. All right, I screenshotted it. That's who I'm taking. You can let me know who you like. You can let me know who you taking. All I ask is that you hit the like button so I can stay in your algorithm. But y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. NBA Picking with Pop right here on Popovich TV. Of course, we are live. We rolling. We unscripted. We authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again. Let's get some money on this Motivational Monday. Yeah, kid. Ah.